p790 Ti iron, just arrived in stores. Lead off from the famous p790, which did really well, second generation. You'll find brands when they launch another model of very similar characteristics, they've obviously seen success with it and they're trying to replicate that. So they've done it again. You could possibly call it the third generation, triple improved. So p790 Ti. Ti, obviously we get straight into that. Titanium body, titanium face. It is two different types of titanium. Hollow construction, okay? So everything about this is already screaming distance type of iron. Then we've got to get into the look quickly. So, but it's in a nice compact package. It isn't like the sim, or the sim irons that are big and bulky and obviously scream distance, but this is all in a nice package. And to create an iron like this with the titanium face, titanium body, it isn't an easy feat, let's say. So they've done a really good job here in doing this. Obviously it's got tungsten, visible tungsten. Back to the titanium construction. Titanium faces, if I'm not mistaken, has been done before. The model that comes to mind is the Ping V2 Rapture irons, had a titanium face. At the time that those came out, people were like, whoa, this is pricing ridiculous. Obviously titanium, why titanium? It will put up the price of the iron. It will go into the premium category range. We'll get onto that just now. So why titanium? If we think about what is our distance club in our bag, drivers come to mind, titanium. So titanium is a very light, very strong metal. So what can they do with the titanium? They can make it really thin and still maintain the integrity and the strength of the iron. So, and then obviously ball speed, faster ball speeds. And then titanium is light. They can then control where they distribute that freed up weight in the iron. So a lot of thinking has gone into this iron. With the Taylormade thinking of this type of iron, they're going to be entering a category of golf equipment that has possibly seen success with some other brands, no name mentioned, and they now want to sort of get a bite of this category, let's call it. So I think it's great. Definitely falls into the distance iron category. If we're looking at the two models, first of all, they're possibly aiming at a slightly broader audience, because the p790 is a much smaller compact head. You'll see that the sole to the top of the toe is much higher. The width of the iron is a lot wider, and then obviously the I don't know if you can see it there, but the sole of the iron is a lot wider. So it now opens up to a distance iron, but a broader category in terms of a slightly bigger head, but it still looks nice and compact. So great iron in terms of their thinking behind it, and what they're trying to achieve in the market they're trying to go for. Obviously the hollow construction, quite a popular category in the golf iron industry at the moment. We've seen brands like Mizuno, Ping, PXG bring out similar irons in the similar construction. Again, falling under the distance category, pitching wedge of the TI 43 degrees, 4 iron 19 degrees. So people might say, well, they're just jacking up the lofts. There is some thinking behind it. Because of that mass that is freed up in the iron, they can now really put it low down. If they didn't jack up the lofts, the ball would go really high and it wouldn't be in that distance category. So by putting the mass low down, by all that weight that they've freed up, they have to jack up the lofts. So that's the theory of high launch, low spin for maximum distance, combined with the titanium for ball speed. Awesome iron. I think it's going to do really well in this category. Obviously this would still be their bread and butter, but for the guy who's looking at something in terms of an iron design, this is doing everything in the iron's power to make the ball go further, if distance is a particular guy's be all and end all. So it's a beefed up version of the p790, bigger head, wider audience, still looks nice and compact. So for the guys who